This is Blind Moto Gamer, and this is another episode of the Blindside Podcast. What is up, everybody? It is Blind Moto Gamer here, and in the studio with me today, I have Stable Kentucky Director Jordan Pennington. Hello, Jordan.
Hi, great to be here.
And Stable Ambassador Paula Caldwell. Good afternoon, Paula. Welcome.
Hi, it's great to be here.
All right, so today we have a special treat for everybody. We are going to conduct an interview with Paula, and we're going to go over her experience opening a stable account.
Well, I am looking forward to answering any questions that y'all may have.
All right, well, I'll just go ahead and get started. I just wanted to give a brief explanation of what Stable Kentucky is. And it is our state's able savings program for individuals with disabilities. It helps them save and invest without losing access to critical benefits like Medicaid or SSI. We can go ahead and jump into the questions. Tim, would you like me to lead with them, or would you like?
All right, I'll let you lead. I'm going to get them on screen here.
All right.
All right. So, what do you see the questions on screen, guys?
Yes.
All right. How do we look as far as camera and whatnot? I want to make sure we look good before we. All right. Are we all good here, Jordan?
Yes, I believe so. And I have
All
a
right.
in front of me as well. So.
All righty. I'll go with the first one. All right, Paula, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you first heard about Stable Kentucky?
Well, I first heard about it through friends and mutual um connections I had in the disability community. That's how I first heard about it.
All right.
hmm
So, what made you decide that now was the right time to open a stable account?
Well, I noticed that the housing market was fluctuating and things were going up um and things were happening in the economy, and I thought it would be a good idea to have one.
All right.
And that if I ever went to school or work, I could have a savings account.
Definitely.
Awesome. Oh, definitely. So, did you have any concerns about the process or whether it would be accessible?
No, because I was told that it was fully accessible. Although I'm not fully tech savvy, so I did have some technical concerns. Sometimes navigating websites is, sometimes a challenge. As most of us know, many websites are not, the most user friendly in the world. In across all across the spectrum. So I was happy to know that the website for the stable account, opening it up, was accessible. So, and I had lots of help with that, with a good team that I met with on Zoom, and they helped me with a lot of the up, um, a lot of the paperwork, I guess that you would say, as far as submitting forms and stuff. So they did a lot of that with me over Zoom.
All right, Jordan, I'll let you take the next set of questions on the setup process.
All right. So, how would you describe your experience setting up your stable account?
I thought it was exciting, great. The team was exciting
Awesome.
for me, and I asked a lot of what I felt like were silly questions, but they really weren't. And I expressed some things, some dreams I had in life that I would like to complete or do, or things I would like to have. And I was just like, "Can you get this? Can you do this? Can you do this?" And it felt like a child, learning, asking a bunch of questions. You know how children do. They ask a lot of questions. So, and I felt kind of like a kid in a candy store asking, Can you get this? Can you do this? Um, so asking a lot of questions really helped me learn what you can do and what you can't do with stable accounts.
Definitely. I love questions.
Oh, I know. May I jump in for a quick bit?
Yeah.
Uh, I know when I got my stable account in 2019, it was all new to me too, so I had to learn. What can I do? Obviously, what you couldn't do was kind of murky water. Obviously, no entertainment stuff like that. But I had to learn. Okay, what do I do? What don't I do? So I would know what pitfalls to avoid.
Definitely. Okay, so what were some of the easiest parts, and were there any areas where you needed a little help?
The only area that I needed help was they ask you for verification to upload like a voided check. So I had to get a little help with a photo and take it, from a sighted person. How would that have been easier? Probably had I remembered my login information. Um, but maybe I guess just thoughts. If I was able to scan my ID over
Oh,
Zoom
yeah.
or something like that, that might have would have been an easier. It might would eliminate steps in the future. Maybe that's just thoughts. I don't know.
Now that is a
But
good
just
thought. That is a good
Mhm.
thought.
Yeah, definitely is.
yeah, like just scan your ID and then they know who you are. Instead of it saves a few steps to the bank, um, getting transportation and all the things, which is fine. Getting out of the house is great. But the last thing I want to do is go to the bank sometimes, but this but there's a lot like I was just thinking creatively outside the box. Scan your ID,
Yeah, that's a
and
great idea.
mhm,
I like that.
So I know that Stable Kentucky, the Ohio team, and Vestwell were all part of your support team. How did
yes.
that help you feel more confident?
How did it help me feel more confident?
Yeah, with setting up your account.
Um, just by things that you all told me that I could do, your responses, travel. I noticed I asked a lot about travel.
Mhm.
What I could because I love to travel. That's one of my things.
Mhm.
And so just the confidence of your answers.
Yeah.
You all were confident in answering, and I felt comfortable because no question is a silly question, even
No.
though I felt like they were silly. But um, yeah, so you all made that very clear that questions are questions, and also you guys were patient and very patient, I should say. So
Well, you asked
uh,
very great questions, so we were lucky to help you.
All right, now I'll take over the questions about accessibility. So the first question will be: So did you use any assistive tech tools during the setup, like screen readers?
I use iOS, um, iPhone,
Okay.
and then the team. The things that iOS had upscuts with, they used on their side. So it was a tag team effort.
Nice. So, as someone who's blind, were there parts of the website that worked exceptionally well, or are there parts that you would recommend improving?
Well, I don't know if this is a Zoom issue, but they were walking me through the steps. And when I would use the rotor on the website, it didn't work because Zoom was open. And I don't know, that may not even be a anything to do with stable accounts. That was just a thing. So I had to disconnect. It was either disconnect from the Zoom call and do it, or them do it on the other side on their computer. So they did it on their computer. So, recommendation when you set up a stable account, maybe it's better to have a laptop instead of using iOS. But that is just my opinion. So, um,
Good
I,
points.
mhm.
Very good. Or maybe in the future, this is a thought that I was thinking of, Paula, when you were answering the question.
I don't know if I
Maybe,
explained that very clearly or not, but it was like when I would use the rotor, it wouldn't work because I was on a Zoom call. So the rotor actually doesn't work. Sometimes it doesn't
multitask.
work. Yeah. Hmm.
Maybe what Zoom could do is maybe do an update to improve that and make it functional.
Yeah,
The
definitely.
rotor, that is. So,
Yep.
okay, I think next we're going to move on to.
That is the only thing that I have about it. The rest of it was great. I can navigate through Bestwell really really well.
Nice. All right, so how did it
I'm
feel?
still learning some of the steps, kind of how to transfer.
Oh, yeah.
I'm still looking at it. Um,
Cool.
yeah. Hmm.
So, how did it feel to have a team standing behind you?
How did it feel to have a
To have
team
it,
standing behind me?
yeah, how did it feel to have a team standing behind you?
It felt encouraging, and it felt like moving forward, emotional in some ways, because I know that I'm going to be able to, you know, save up some dollars, you know,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
traveling's important.
for very important things. Hmm. Yes.
All right, next we're going to move on to encouragement for others. Jordan, I'll let you take this section.
All right.
You
So,
started to say something.
do what?
You started to say something.
Oh, yeah, I was
Oh,
just saying that way you can save up for your travel plans.
yes.
Yep. Okay, so what would you say to someone who's worried they can't do it because they're not tech savvy or nervous to try?
That's me. um, I would say, you've got a team behind you. They can support you and uh, get you through the upscuts. Um, and they're very patient. So go for it. Um, even if you're tech savvy or not. And I would say go for it.
So, why do you think Stable Kentucky is an important resource for people with disabilities?
Um, it's going to be a wonderful perk. Um, especially when you get in a rhythm of I think it's going to take some time. Especially when you get in a rhythm of saving each month and you know how much you're going to put in there
Right.
each month. Um, it's going to rack up, as I like to say. Um, and it's going to open a lot of doors, I think, for the disability community as a whole, to be able to do things they wouldn't have ordinarily otherwise be able to do. Is
Definitely.
that, yeah? Does that answer the question?
Yes, yes,
Because
for sure.
I could go on and on and on about that. That could be a whole discussion on that. A
For
whole
sure.
different discussion. Hmm. Um, and it would just be so beneficial in so many ways. As far as buying assistive technology, travel, even down to the uh wire of quality of life things like hearing aids.
Yes, those are
uh,
important.
Even extra medical expenses. I don't know. I.
Oh, yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
For sure. So, what's something you've learned through this process that surprised or encouraged you?
Oh, that I could travel, that I could use it for travel. Now, I have not used it yet
Mhm.
because because I'm still learning the platform and the app and still saving and still getting used to it. So, and it's not something I talk about to a lot of people
Hmm.
either. And so it's very kind of like a very private thing. So, but I can't wait to, get in that rhythm of saving and being frugal with it. And also, I can't wait to actually tell an experience where I got to use it in the future.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
that's
that would be awesome.
yeah, it's so exciting.
Or I gotta put this in here too. Um, the neat thing about this is, I think this is the neatest thing, is people can contribute. Now, I haven't got the word out as much about this, um, eh, but people can give, like people can contribute to the account.
Yeah, there's a whole
And
gifting page.
friends and family.
Mhm.
It's called gift. It's called a gift page.
E-gift.
Uh huh. And so you share it with people, and people don't always understand how to use it.
Hmm.
So this is a thing where, um, I'm still learning how to explain it. So, but people can give. So I like this.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. All right. So, so is there something you would like to say to others who might be thinking about opening an account but haven't made the leap yet?
Just there's neat things about it, like I previously said about the gift page. Um, they can share that page with people, I think, and explain it to them, and say, and people can start putting money in there for them. I think that's probably my favorite part of that page. Um, and plus the other part, my favorite part is that if I guess, well, see, the last time I put 40, last month I forgot. But if you put $10 in there each month, maybe $5, $10, before you know it, it racks up. I mean, what's $5, $10 going in there, right?
Oh
Hmm.
no.
Yeah, yeah. And and also just remember that it's there. Last month I forgot, right? And so just remembering, keeping that in your mind, like, hey, it's there. Put it in there. Put it in there. You can
Oh, I know.
say.
I have.
So that, I mean, the what I would say to others that's thinking about taking a leap, that's probably my highlight of it.
Yeah, for sure.
And another highlight is getting the assistive technology. Once it builds up, um,
Mm,
you can get anything as simple, I guess, as simple as a label maker, that you probably wouldn't otherwise.
nice. All right. That will conclude our interview with Paula. So we're going to. All right, we're going to stop. All right. There we go. So, um,
Are we off the air?
no, we're not.
Okay.
All right. So that will conclude our interview with Paula Caldwell. So, Jordan, would you like to say anything before we wrap up?
Just feel free to visit the website at stablekentucky.com, and we're always happy to help. Thank you guys for having me.
No problem. Also, all right, Paula, do you got anything you want to say before we wrap up?
Nope. I think that's it, and I really appreciate all who advocated, including me, for this kind of resource. I know that it took a lot of work on the advocacy front to get this going. So whoever's and the howevers, they did this and the work they put into it. I want to express my appreciation to all of the advocates out there that worked so hard and diligently with Congress people or whatever they had to do to get this going.
Oh, yes. And one thing I would like to say real quick, Jordan, you mentioned stablekentucky.com. I'm going to put that website and the Able National Resource Center in the description.
Oh, perfect.
That way, for those of you who are out of the state of Kentucky who are going to be watching or listening, you'll have that resource as well. So, Jordan, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Paula, thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It was
And
exciting.
maybe we can do this again sometime.
I would be happy to and tell my experience of actually using the
Yes,
using it.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, for Jordan Pennington and Paula Caldwell, I have been Blind Meadow Gamer, and this has been an episode of the Blindside Podcast. So long, stay safe, and peace out, everybody. This has been another episode of the Blindside Podcast. You can find the Blindside Podcast on all major podcasting platforms, including Spotify, YouTube, Radio Public, TuneIn Radio, and more. Feel free to follow and comment so you do not miss a single episode on Spotify. And if you're listening on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you will not miss a single episode.